going on, guys? My name is Scaleform, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing The Witcher 2 for the Xbox 360. Now, we finally got this game on console. This game has been out for over a year on the PC. The PC gamers have been enjoying the living shit out of this game. But, like I said, we finally got it. It was well worth the wait, though, because this game, for a port, plays like an Xbox 360 exclusive. Such a fucking smooth, wonderful experience, memorable game. I love this game so much. Easily added to my top RPGs this generation. This such a well put together game. I mean, it's just I played the game and I was like, wow, I'm on my second playthrough right now, and it's like the same thing I got when I played Dragon Age 1 and 2. I gotta play it again. That's how good of a game this is. So, you know, as always, at the end of this video, do me a favor. If you like the video, you know, give me a like. It helps me out a lot. If you don't like my video, you can go fucking kill yourself, go die in a fire. You know, add it to your favorites, tell your friends about my channel, subscribe. And yeah, share the video on Twitter and Facebook. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. And you know, all that information is in the video description below. So yeah. So as for the review, let's get down to the review of this game. As far as story, you are Geralt of Rivia. If you have not played The Witcher 1, which most of you, the console gamers haven't played like myself, the prologue does an excellent job explaining what is going on, and you never feel like confused or lost. Like, I played this game, I never actually felt confused because I didn't play The Witcher 1. Like, everything's explained. But there's a Kingslayer going around, and Geralt of Rivia gets framed for the murder of a king. On top of that, he has amnesia. So you have to embark on a journey to find out what the fuck is going on, and who's killing all the kings, why you've been framed, and what exactly, is up with you in your past. Because your character's a badass, but he doesn't really understand who the fuck he is, other than the fact that he's a Witcher. A Witcher is a mercenary in a sense that takes on jobs that, based on killing monsters and shit. And it's awesome. Like, it is such a well put together story. The script, the voice acting, the way the main character is as a whole, the many characters you'll meet. Everything in this game is mature. The script is so well written. I love games that have like a script that really draws you in. I like it when a game has a script that is believable. Like, there are games that, two games, like there's Prototype 2, and the main character's issue is he curses too much. Like, it feels forced on. And then there was Bulletstorm. The way the characters talked amongst each other was just so stupid. It was a cock joke every 10 seconds. There's lots of cursing in The Witcher 2, but it feels right, and it feels true, and it feels honest. Like, it doesn't feel like it was tacked on. It feels like these are real people talking. That's how well the script is in this game. The characters are all memorable. I liked every single one of these characters. Like, there was not a single bad character in this game. I had no issues whatsoever keeping up with the story, or the pacing, or who all the different characters were. Maybe that's just me, because I'm really into RPGs. I love medieval RPGs. That's exactly what The Witcher 2 is. But the story is legit. So, if you're looking for a good story, this game right here, The Witcher 2. Controls. The controls are fine. The only thing I have issue with the controls are, during combat, there are times where the controls seems like to die for a second. If you play Dark Souls, you're familiar with what I'm talking about. In the game of Dark Souls, sometimes your controls just die for like a second. They patched it. Hopefully they patch it with this game. Like, I'll be in the middle of combat and I swear to God I'm holding block, and I get the indicator for a counter and nothing happens. And then he'll counter like 5 seconds later. It's weird. But that happens really rarely. And as far as controls again, the interface, like controlling the menus, is really complicated at first. Same thing with Dragon Age 1 and 2. It was complicated at first, then when you finally figure it out, it's not as bad. But because The Witcher is a PC game, and on the PC they have the luxury of navigating menus with this, that transition from a game that typically does that to this, the developers did the best they could, but it works. But like I said, the only issue I have with the controls are the fact that in the middle of combat, sometimes the controls seem to die out. The game plays like a typical, action game. You move, you aim, you swing your sword, all kinds of magic and shit. But just that one little issue, the combat controls die out. Nothing's gonna actually hinder. I never died because of the fucking control issues, but there were times I got kind of fucked. I was like, ugh. Gameplay wise, the gameplay is like so sophisticated. That's the word I was looking for when I was driving this game. This game's combat is sophisticated. It will remind you of Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Now, the game's not hard in terms of difficulty, but it's up there. This game does not tolerate mistakes. But unlike Demon Souls and Dark Souls, you're not gonna get one-hit KO'd for a mistake, but you will get your ass fucking handed to you. And of course, you can save wherever the fuck you want. But you know, you go into combat, and you're not just gonna charge in there, you know, with your sword and go Fusdura and shit. No, it doesn't work like that. In this game, it's all about strategy. Granted, the game plays like a straight action game. It has a lot of strategy concepts. You know, you see the enemies in front of you. Before you jump into battle, you drink some potions. In this game, there is no healing yourself in the middle of combat. You know, you're in combat and you must survive that encounter before your health starts to recover. Well, you know, you got armor and potions that rejuvenate your health during combat, but nothing's actually gonna like make it go from 20% to 100%. So before you go to combat, you stock up on potions that will increase stats and help your health. Help your health rejuvenate. There are potions that decrease certain aspects of your character and double the effects of other aspects. Wow, that came out wrong. But whatever, you understand where I'm coming from. Then you can add oils to your swords. You can upgrade your weapons and armor. So when you're in combat, it's so it's not just like hack and slash like Dynasty Wars. It's like Demon Souls, Dark Souls. Like you gotta play you don't have a shield in this game. You're gonna play the roll around, hit people from behind, utilize magic, utilize the counter system. You just don't go in there. You're not a tank basically. It's such a fucking nice combat system. It's never exaggerated, right? Now as you progress through the levels, your character gets obviously more powerful, and even at the highest level of the game, even when you have all the maxed out stats for your skill tree, you got the sword skill tree, the alchemy skill tree, the magical skill tree, you never feel like a walking tank. And I love this. I love this because I hate it when I played Kingdoms of Amalur, and 10 hours into the game I was unstoppable. In this game, no matter the armor, the weapons, the upgrades, no matter what you have, no matter what you're rocking your character, you make a mistake, you're fucked. So I love that. So I never charged. I never saw enemies and was like, yeah, it's all good and shit. No, I saw even the weakest of enemies. But if there's a bunch of them, I'm like, oh shit, hold on. I need to put on my magic shield. Let me drink a couple potions. Let me enhance my weapon with some oils and shit. And even then, the smallest of enemies can whip the shit out of you. I love that. That's fantastic. So think Demon Souls, Dark Souls, in terms of how you approach the game, but with a little strategy involved because you can't recover your health and all this other good shit. But yeah, that's the gameplay of The Witcher, and it's fantastic. As far as the soundtrack is concerned, the soundtrack is great. The voice acting, mwah, mwah, mwah. As far as the ambiance is excellent. All right, and if I was to compare this game in terms of ambiance, I would best compare it to a game like Assassin's Creed, because the whole medieval concept. But yeah, if you like the soundtrack of Assassin's Creed, which is pretty fucking epic, you're gonna like the soundtrack for The Witcher 2. As far as the graphics are concerned, now obviously because it's a port and it's running on a console, it's not gonna be nowhere as powerful and sexy looking as the console. Excuse me, as the PC, but it's still good looking, especially for the for an Xbox 360. It's a good looking game. Facial animations, the way the characters move about. The environments, the environments are wonderful. What I love about the environments is the towns, the areas you're in, nothing feels fake. When you're out in the open, the land feels natural. Nothing feels like a developer actually drew it himself. If you it actually looks like nature. It's fabulous. I just think it's fan-fucking-tastic. So graphics are great for console standards. Now, if you're going from PC to console, it's going to be an obvious downgrade. But for the Xbox 360, it's pretty damn good looking. So I'm not going to knock the graphics. I think the graphics are great. I experienced no frame rate dips. I experienced no hiccups. I experienced no sound dipping. My only issues I ever had with the game were, the controls with combat and shit. I never actually experienced any graphical engine issues, which is fantastic considering how gorgeous this game is, considering how powerful the game's engine is. We hear that the port kept getting delayed due to the game being enhanced and being updated with the DLC. I'm thinking that this game was delayed several times to get the game stabilized, because this game runs at a fairly good FPS. Like, there's no slowdown, no nothing. It's great. So, that tells you something. That really tells you something. Like, I'm over here playing this game saying to myself, I might have some frame rate dips and all that shit. I'm playing the game, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? There's like nothing. This game never slowed down on me once. I'm like, oh, this game is great. These guys, this is a definition of a good port. Very good definition of a good port. So pretty much nothing but positive. Nothing but positive. But here's the biggest aspect of the game. The one thing that will make you play this game over and over again. This is the first game I've truly played in my life that your decisions truly affect the outcome of the game. Now, in typical, other games have done this before. Make a decision, this guy dies next chapter, blah, 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 blah. Typically, especially like in Mass Effect. In the world of Mass Effect, your decisions affect what happens in the future, but ultimately the game stays the same. All that really happens is certain characters will make it to the next, the next game, depending on your decisions. Not in The Witcher 2. There's 3 acts. Whatever you do in Act 1 truly affects Act 2. To the point where you'll do missions that you didn't do before. Like, prime example, there's 2 characters you go to side with in Act 1. And depending on what characters you decide to side with, chapters 2 and 3 play out differently. On top of that, other decisions you make determine who lives and who dies and how they appear in the following chapters. The world will change, literally, depending on your decisions through chapters 1, 2, and 3. Alright? Oh, another gripe I have about the game, chapters 1 and 2 are amazing. Chapter 3 is excellent. You gain a bunch of great shit, but it just ends too quickly compared to the first 2 chapters. And you're getting all this incredible equipment in chapter 3, but you never really get a chance to actually enjoy it. So that's kind of gay. But, yeah, like, I really dig the fact that the fucking world changes that much. And what's really cool is the enhanced edition comes with a game guide. So if you actually get stuck, the game guide really explains every mission in the game, literally. It's not like a cheat sheet or tells you how to get all the armor. It's just a mission strategy guide. And I got stuck, a couple of times and shit. Side missions feel like real missions. The real missions, the actual story-based missions are phenomenal, bloody, gory. This game's script writing is mature. This game is dark, gritty, medieval. The pacing is wonderful. It's not an open world game. It's linear, but the world around you is huge. So you can go out there and explore and do what the fuck you want, but the developers made sure that you can never get sidetracked to the point where it's like Skyrim and just get sidetracked for hours. No, that was Skyrim's biggest flaw for me. There was just too much open world. There was just too much extra shit. There wasn't enough emphasis on the characters. Nothing was alive in that game. In The Witcher, the world's big enough, but it's still confined to keep you on fucking track with things. Everything feels alive around you in The Witcher. The world's fucking wonderful. You guys did an excellent job with this game, so I highly recommend this game, especially if you're into RPGs. You want a challenge. You want medieval. You want sophisticated. You want that good. You want that real good shit. You want a game that's worth $60 and you will play more than once. You want a contender for Game of the Year. You want Geralt of Riviera, who fucking smashes every bitch he sees. My man gets it the fuck in. This game's amazing. Excellent. If you have a gaming PC, get it for obvious gaming PC. That's the original version. If you don't have a gaming PC like myself, get the Xbox 360 version. With this review, I hope I pretty much made it fucking clear that this port is amazing. It is. This comes with a soundtrack, comes with a strategy guide. It is worth it. 9.5 out of 10. Excellent game. Guys, also, thank you for watching my review. I do a lot of, whenever I buy a game, I typically do impressions on my Facebook, and I rant about the game, bitch about the game, or praise the game on my Facebook. So follow me on Facebook. Send me a friend request on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Everything's going to be in the video description below along with the written review. So 9.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my video. Catch you guys next video, and peace.